Welcome to our video 5 of Designing Effective Online Courses. In this video, we're going to be talking about the stage 2 of the 5 stages model from Gilly Salmon, and this stage is about the online socialization. So when we talk about online socialization, we also talk about team building, and we're going to explain in a second what this means. In terms of technical support, the students should be able to send and receive messages. E-moderating, we have to familiarize and provide bridges between the cultural, social, and learning environments. Our goals for this one are building individuals' online identity. We have to get to know participants online, and then it's establishing a connection with the group members. For this one, we need strategies for engagement. So Gilly Salmon says that it's very important for online socialization to create a community between the learners. She therefore calls it also team building, therefore the second name in our title. Dietz, Euler, and Hearn suggest to do this via a variety of activities in 3 different areas. The first area is the student engagement with the content. So the content comes from the textbook. There should be short introductions with audios and videos to this content. We should also make some stimulating activities, which we could be calling e-tivities, such as games. And then they suggest a mini projects to gather the knowledge of the module at the end of the module most of the time. The second area is the student engagement with instructors. For this one, we have the audio and video introductory videos. We also have how-to videos and FAQs. We can give regular feedback via email and the platform. So the suggestions to give over 2 different possibilities. And then we should also be sending personalized messages to students that are more the how is it going message instead of just checking in on the course content or give feedback. The third area now is the student engagement with other students. So students are required to post responses to other students on a discussion forum would be one of the ways to do that. We can also have an open discussion board on the platform where students can just answer questions or ask questions, give suggestions. For exams, it is recommended that the student reviews their assessment and then gives, for example, a question on the discussion forum that people or the students can then relate to or read and answer. It is all very important to actually consider the role of social media. So when we talk about communication, social media comes up in our mind quite a lot. When we talk about social media, we also talk about privacy and data protection. So please refer back to our video number 3 if you would like to hear more about this. But in terms of social media, it's very important actually that we look at certain studies and the commonly used social media platforms that Silvestro and her co-authors have found are Facebook and Twitter. The purpose of the use that they have found out by the participants is that they're posting messages mostly, they read newspapers, and they do internet banking. However, we could also move towards more ambitious goals. For example, the personal development, learning by cooperation, employment opportunities, information about trainings, and lifelong learning. That would be goals that actually people have said they had when they use social media. Salmon moves into the positive sides, and she talks about the improving of the learning part with social media and the networking. However, she also objects that sometimes it's a waste of time. The perceptions of the platforms can be very confusing if you're not used to them. And the professional personal identity can be blurred because we usually don't have 3 different accounts on the same platform. Therefore, her recommendations say that we have to take into account participants' preferences. We have to use it as an addition to the LSM. We have to keep the social media options low in numbers, only 1 to 2 and not many more. And we have to design for multiple learner preferences. So what happens when the mind wanders and the distractions are happening? Hollis and Wells actually have made a study on online learning and mind wandering. And they found out that the most important parts is the working memory and the interest in terms of making online learning successful. It shows though that if there's videos of 14 minutes approximately in very high quality with professional people that on the relevant topics that the participants still got distracted 43% of the time, and 12.5% of this was actually technology-related thoughts. So we really have to be careful when we use social media and other technology-related items. And therefore, our recommendations go to that we have as much face-to-face as possible with the learners, that it is timely and comprehensible feedback, so we're not getting distracted with other things. We have very clear instructions with the end of the lesson and the model objectives. And then we also have to keep our videos short so that the mind does not have to wander that much. The student role in this stage 2 is that we try to build our own personality, our own profile online. We start connecting with other members of the community. We build micro-communities through active and interactive learning, and we practice online collaboration. As teachers, however, we design activities that allow the students to relate to each other. We give the students opportunities to practice working together online. We set the cultural context of learning, and then we also build micro-communities through active and interactive teaching. Okay, so this is our stage 2. Now, coming up next in the next video is going to be stage 3, the information exchange. In this stage 3, we will be talking about collaboration, self-management, peer learning, and interaction loops. Please stay tuned, and on the next slide, you will see a couple of references that have been used in this video. Please enjoy.